Okay, we get signal. Main screen turn on. How are you, gentlemen? All your base are belong to us. STG Weekly, episode 161. What's up, everyone?
Take off every zig.
Take off or move every zig. Welcome to the episode.
For great justice.
It's STG Weekly, episode 161, covering Murasaki and Murasaki Tsurugi. Explosive Puzzle Shooting is the name of the game here, and this is an indie game by developer Katatema.
Also famous for,
yep.
Yeah, for the works as Iris Syndrome and some other like really weird stuff.
Yeah, so this is kind of an interesting one, and of course co-hosted there by Extruder, and the guest and the player of the episode here is Zaarock. So yeah, welcome in, Zaarock.
Hi, thanks for having me again.
Always good to have you, and why don't you guys just give us a primer on what kind of game Murasaki and Murasaki Tsurugi are? Either of you, it's fine.
Okay, I guess I can explain. So it's like a fixed screen shmup with enemies spawn in, and then you have these puzzle pieces also. And you cause chain reactions with the puzzle pieces, like your generic, like some kind of chain reaction game. And those explosions damage enemies and clear bullets, and that's like the main gimmick of the game.
So you're just like pushing around the blocks and then causing chain reactions.
Yeah, you shoot the blocks, it causes a chain reaction. So like you're dodging bullets and then you're doing the puzzle at the same time, which is what makes this game pretty unique compared to most things. It's a big gimmick, but it works pretty well. So, be fun.
I see. Yeah, I like that gimmick. It's very easy to see and understand, and we're going to be looking at the first game and the second game, Murasaki Tsurugi, and a bunch of stage runs. As I understand, you play the stages individually, so we want to explain the format of the game a little bit before we get into watching this.
Yeah, you do stages individually. There's no way to do them all in a row. And as you clear them, you unlock, like, you get small unlocks. Of course, you get the next stage. You unlock some random story tidbits. But yeah, it's stage by stage. And in both games, the extra stage, stage 6, is really hard compared to everything else. And there's a hard mode. All of the replays are on hard mode, apart from the stage 5 of the first game. So it's going to be a lot harder than the normal mode.
Is it just normal and hard then?
Yeah, normal and hard.
I see. Cool.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
The general mechanics of this game. So the giant yellow bar to the left of the screen and to the right of your selected character is the HP bar, and you can take quite some damage before inevitably succumbing to your demise. And you also have bombs, which are these red swirly thingies that you collect on occasion. And the bombs, they work in a bit weird. You have to charge them. I don't exactly remember just how long you have to charge them to be like optimal. And for Kairi, you also have kind of spell card-ish portrait of your character when you charge the bomb long enough. I don't exactly remember when it triggers.
Right. Yeah, there's a way to get like a special bomb. The requirements are, I'm not sure entirely on the requirements. I don't remember them for the first game, at least. In the second one, I think I know. But a big thing, there are 2 player characters, and they're very different. They have completely different bombs and different shots. But I think all the replays are with Kairi. I believe so.
The better character.
The other character. Actually, it's probably worse.
Oh.
But he's like, well, I can talk about the difference later. The other one is better for score. It's better if you have a route, but yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
We can talk in the gameplay, because the shot and stuff is different, so it'll be hard to explain without the replay going on.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Just to get it out of the way early, Kairi is male.
The blue-haired character I'm looking at here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Get it out of the way.
He's a prince of some kingdom, and then the other character is like some assassin. But
Neat.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some plot in this game. It's a bit.
There's a lot of plot.
Yeah,
but you won't see it in these replays because most of it is like it isn't thrown into the gameplay. You can read the plot if you want. It's like in the unlocks, so it's not really gonna be in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit unorthodox in the ways that it tells the plot. You have to do certain achievements in order to unlock the text pieces.
Nice.
I think it's clever because it doesn't like get in the way of the gameplay. If you just want to play the game, you just play the game. If you want to read the story,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it would be kind of nice if, like, in cave games, they had like a plot section or like background info, because like they have those worlds in those games, and like you really don't know shit unless, I mean, you like get like some type of like super book of some sort. So I like that they did that. Cave, what the hell are you doing? So yeah. Anyway, yeah, so we got plenty of replays to watch. We're gonna check out all the stages on hard mode, and we're gonna be here for about probably an hour at least, checking this out. So we're gonna jump into these replays and start talking about what's going on in this game, and we'll reiterate some of the mechanics as we go along, and just let Zaarock talk about this, and we'll ask questions as well as we usually do on the show to kind of get a feel for what kind of game this is and why it's fun to play and all that goodness. So I'm gonna switch on over to the replay scene here.
Oh, hi Sean. Yeah, this game is the best, but it's also the worst at the same time because it doesn't have the focus button.
Okay.
Dude, who needs focus? What? Screw focus button.
Really? Oh.
I'm gonna get ready on our first video here, and we'll be starting with the first game. I suppose we can, you know, talk about the differences between the two games once we get to the second one. But yeah, there are two games, so like, what is the first one like? Is that just a download, like, or just like a free download then?
Both of them are free downloads, but then when they got English versions, they got released on Steam, and those you can buy, but they're really cheap. Like they're like $5, less than $5. They're really cheap games. So
do they come bundled together? Or are they separate?
No, they're separate.
Okay.
But the second game came out started last year, like less than a year ago, and the first one I don't remember. I think it was like 3 years. It's been like 3 years or something like that.
I see. Okay, well, let's jump into Murasaki hard mode stage 1 with the countdown.
Sure thing.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's happening.
The player for this replay is not silshasubando. I don't remember his Twitter, but he's a huge fan of this. It's like a bunch of content, so. So yes, this is hard mode. There's a lot of bullets straight away on hard mode. Oh yeah, for the sound effects on this video are like really loud, so might be a bit out of place.
Okay, thanks for clarifying. That wasn't you playing. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, in most of them I'm playing, but so they're orange and blue puzzle pieces. So you need to hit the same color into each other, and they'll explode. And the more hit each other, you get a bigger explosion, more damage. It's pretty straightforward.
Sure. So your basic shot, you can only have one at the screen, and Kairi's shot, it travels the entire screen vertically, then comes back. So you can hit the targets even behind yourself if you want to.
Yeah, with Kairi, you can easily hit behind you. The shot is slower, and the chain reaction explosion is smaller with Kairi, and he moves slower. Okay, use the bomb there. The bombs, I'm not sure if they cost you score in the stages, but if you bomb on the bosses, you get no points from that pattern, so it's sort of not incentivized. But you probably don't want to bomb the stages either. And there's a point of collection type thing like Toho, but here it's if you touch the walls, so to pick up all the items.
Yeah, showcasing that sexy just triple effect of the walls. The aesthetics.
Yeah, there's some funky stuff going on with the walls in the second game as well. Let's see.
Did you just?
I think the soundtrack for these games is like super good. It's one of my favorites.
Okay.
So you can already foresee where the next puzzle pieces are going to appear. They are kind of forecasted, they are slowly appearing in the background, like the smaller versions of themselves, and they are darker.
Right. Also, if you collide with them, you take damage, so you need to avoid the puzzle pieces. That's the one risk to like letting a bunch of them appear for a bigger chain reaction, is you also need to dodge them in the first game. So that's the thing. And the faster you clear boss patterns, you get more points. And canceling bullets on bosses damages the boss, so you want to get big bullet cancels, basically. Like right here, it's a pretty big one.
Yeah, there's a thing called a duel, so sometimes bosses drop these red pickups, which make them go into a spell card upon pickup.
Yeah, or that's basically the bosses. That's basically the boss's bombs. You can see their bomb stock on the right side.
Oh, okay.
That's why your own bomb also gives you the spell card thing. It's like a duel. You can also shoot the bosses directly instead of bullet canceling. It does a fair bit of damage, but it's not as much.
Yeah, and it's tough to just get the shot into them because they're also moving.
Yeah, it depends on the pattern though. Sometimes they're not moving. But with the other character, it's you can shoot the boss faster because it doesn't go to the top of the screen.
We mentioned before that you do have a health bar. Just saw you take some damage there, eh?
Boom, the first stage done already.
Right. Alright, yeah. The stages are pretty short.
Oh, and I noticed the health was recharging there.
Yeah, there's when you take a hit, it recharges like really slowly. So if you get a single stray hit, you can sort of recover. But you can get hit by multiple bullets at the same time, then you might get like one-shotted completely. So you'll see that later on, maybe. It's a weird mechanic.
It's kind of like, Vampire Savior thing, like fighting games where there was recoverable and non-recoverable damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay, everything is recoverable, but it's like stray hits you can recover, but if you take a bunch of hits, then it just it takes away the red health. Like just,
shout out to stage 2. Yeah, let's get through it.
All right.
All right, stage 2.
We're jumping on to a Twitch VOD here in stage 2. Now let's change it to Zaarock playing on hard mode. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh yeah, I love this. Just my first experience.
The start of the stages. The start. This is replay shows. You get like this pretty much impossible pattern.
I think you broke out when you said the start of the stage.
This game where it's like it just kills you on the second stage and it's a negative review.
Oh great.
Yeah, like it was my first experience with the game, and when like the first stage, it's not that bad, and then they launch the second stage, and I get just full screen barrage in my face and die instantly, and I'm like, what?
I see. I'm not playing around.
I like that bit.
Yeah, like shmups don't typically do that. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, this is pretty drastic.
Thankfully, that gal does not show in the game ever again.
You'll see her again in the second game. Don't worry.
Yeah, but we talked the first game. Yeah.
It's like you kind of like buy yourself some time with your main shot there.
Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, you can shoot the bullets. Your shot does one point of damage, like the same as a single explosive puzzle piece. Oh, okay, I took a bunch of damage there. Damn.
Yeah, those are.
Kyrie is pretty good for blocking the bullets.
So that's your only shot. The single attack there. Then
it can only be one.
So you're just using that to knock things around and then cancel some bullets when you need some time. That's neat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha.
When there's higher health bullets, you cannot cancel. Like those blue bullets have 2 points of health, so they take 2 hits. But eventually you'll see like red bullets, and then you just can't shoot them down in time.
I see you're bouncing it off the top of the screen to hit behind you too. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's neat.
Okay.
This character can do it pretty well. The other one cannot.
The game looks fun, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
pretty, I think it's like it's really fun when you pick it up because you're the one solving the puzzles. So it's satisfying, like figuring out like, oh, I should do this here, and then the screen clears.
How scripted are the stages then?
They're really static. The
Okay.
puzzle pieces I think are static. They're like no, they're not random, but depending on how you use them before, the pattern will be different. But there's like no randomness.
Okay.
Some of the boss patterns have randomness, I guess.
I see. It just, yeah, it kind of gives the impression that random things are going on. So I thought I'd ask. Pretty hectic.
Sometimes it's better to leave the orbs on the screen, so just kind of doing the pacifist thing or just only killing the part of the screen, so then you could just build a reserve of cancelable stuff later.
Yeah, that's like that's a big part of the game. You want to like have a strategy. Where do I want to cancel? Do I want to have these pieces here, and then the screen gets cluttered with the pieces? It's pretty neat.
So you're employing a strategy where you're in the center of the screen here.
Yeah, I'm just cheesing. Well, I think I'm saving the puzzle piece for the next pattern, I guess. It's weird. It's been a long time since I did these replays. Okay, I'm gonna kill it now because it's about to time out. I think. Oh, it's timed out then. Okay. So this fight does not have all the duels because of that.
Welp.
Might have one or two.
So
The optional patterns.
how different is the hard mode?
Did you hear that, Zaarock? How different is the hard mode compared to normal?
Oh, it's way harder. It's like
Okay.
so like
Yeah.
normal mode stage 6 is the extra stage, and it's like 20 times harder than everything else before it. And then hard mode is like the mode that would be before stage 6. Like stage 6 of normal is like what would follow after these. So it's way harder.
Pretty big
But
difference.
it's just,
Okay.
It's a typical. There's no mechanic differences. It's just harder. There's more bullets. Pretty much.
Okay.
Okay,
Or
let's go to
those
stage 3.
Indeed. I'm ready. Good to go?
Sure.
3, 2, 1, go.
Green. But yeah, on normal mode, you would not get this walls of bullets at the start of the stage.
Okay, yeah, it's good to clarify that for, I mean, people seeing this being like, whoa, this looks fucking crazy. This is hard mode, so yeah. Hard mode is hard.
Reasonable. This is like crazy mode. Hard
Yeah.
mode is really like a puzzle. Apart from the bosses, it's like a puzzle game. The stages, because like these patterns, you're not gonna like reaction dodge. Well, some of them you will, but some of them you need a plan. Like you need to stream those bullets, and you need to cancel those.
So because the attacks are sequential, you can then get an idea to plan ahead, I guess is the idea. That's the puzzle.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
can
you can
save
memorize the timings.
save the puzzle pieces and all that.
It's like, should I save these puzzle or these block spawns for this pattern, or
Yeah,
use
save
them
them.
early for another pattern? I can kind of see that, but as long as you use them, you still get new blocks. Like it just gives you blocks no matter what, right?
Yeah, the blocks are just timed. They just appear over time. There's no way to make them spawn faster.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So that's where some of the puzzle element comes in. Okay. I was under the
Yeah.
impression that you were using them and then that was making them spawn again. So I guess in a way you can just wait for a whole bunch of them to spawn, right? And then
Right, yeah.
And then,
the only
anticipate
risk
a
with that
pattern.
is you're gonna collide and take damage, so the screen becomes crowded. In the second game, you cannot collide with them. The change they made.
Ah, so you're avoiding them here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's not like a bad idea to just collide with a few of them just to clear out a path and set it up, even if you take damage.
Dude, that funk. The Urine Kid and the music is kind of nice.
Yeah, I really like the first game's soundtrack. Like, I've listened to it like countless times. I'm still not sick of it. It's weird.
Those good jams.
The soundtrack's on Steam as well. So, whoa, that's a bunch of damage there. When there's a bunch of bullets with low health, you don't need a big chain reaction. A single block will destroy them. So that's another part. Like these blue bullets, they only take 2 blocks to blow up. And the way the score works is cancelled bullets and enemies, and the bigger the chain reaction, the higher value the items. So just get big cancels, really. Big chain reactions.
That's simple enough.
You also get some points for just doing a chain reaction.
Okay. And then
for the bosses, it's just speed killing them.
I see.
And not taking much damage or bombing. Also, the bosses have a secret dialogue at the end if you're like near max health. But I don't think any of these runs get that requirement. It's pretty hard.
There's your bomb there.
Yeah. That was a pretty bad bomb.
Yeah, it looks different depending on just how long you charge it.
Yeah, and you also want to point blank the boss. If you're using Kyrie's bomb, you want it to be on top of the boss, so all the directional shots hit it.
How's the damage for hitting the blocks directly into the boss as you did right there? Or how, is that
on the player?
Useful? It looks like you hit a block right into the boss there.
I don't think it does much. Like, the better way to do damage is just wait until the boss spawns plenty of bullets, then just absorb all of them, and they turn into these red arrows that hit the boss automatically.
Yeah.
Shooting the boss does decent damage, though. Depending on the pattern, you can't get a big cancel, so you just want to shoot it.
So these cancels are making the bullets go at them. I see.
Yeah, they turn into those red needles that home into the boss.
That's pretty satisfying.
Yeah, you don't have to knock the balls directly into the boss. You just have to try and capture the bullets in the explosion.
That's fun.
Yeah, you just need to cancel bullets. They're like a full screen attack.
I see.
The explosions do also damage the boss, though. So that's ideally you want the explosion to be on top of the as well.
Okay. Nice.
So, is the boss movement fixed, or it can be manipulated sometimes?
I think it's pattern dependent. There's some randomness. Most of them are not random. The movement, I mean.
This guy like using the water element on you. He had some fish swimming by him.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, the normal mode isn't really that hard, even for me. That like I'm not really that good with puzzle games, but the hard mode is when it gets like.
Okay, normal mode stage 6 is like super hard.
Yeah, but that's the extra stage.
The real game starts in stage 6. You'll see.
Yeah.
So hard mode stage 6 is like insane then.
There is no hard mode at the stage 6.
Oh.
That's how hard it is.
Okay. Huh. Weird.
Yeah, it's kind of like
the
extra
second
stage.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, the bullet aesthetic and like the small boss is definitely kind of it's got that Toho aesthetic going on, don't it?
Yeah.
Also, those sound effects.
Yeah, the sound effects are. I think those are the only one of the questionable things about the game.
I see. Yeah, it's.
Yeah. I wonder if you can replace them, like put some imperishable night SFX over it. It would be really nice.
Sound effect mod.
One funny thing though, all the bullets have the same sprite. There's only one bullet sprite. That's also pretty amazing.
Yeah.
If you pay attention, you can notice.
Huh.
That's a new record.
All right. Oh, stage 3.
Yeah, we're on to stage 4 now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Jumping in. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh yeah, this stage on hard mode this is the big puzzle. This one took me a while. Here I'm just sitting in place because it deals with this pattern and then saves the blocks around, so I don't get any random patterns of the blocks. I think in the second game, the stages are a bit less of a puzzle. First one, they're but I think the scoring is pretty satisfying, like getting the big castles, speed killing the bosses. These aren't bad score games at all, so it's pretty fun to do that. And while you're doing this, there's no way to practice the bosses. And so while you're in the stages, you might as well try to max out the score if you've been stuck on the boss.
Might as well, right?
Yeah, well, you have nothing else to do. I was definitely stuck in like stage 6, and then something in the second game I was stuck forever, so you definitely optimize the stages as a result. Oh man, this pattern, yeah.
Fun.
It's gonna be a thing.
Seems like you're just taking damage no matter what, usually, sometimes.
Well, yeah, there's some, like this pattern is really hard, but I think you can avoid like all the patterns, but there are some very silly ones. Like hard mode stage 5, which we don't have. We have normal stage 5. The hard mode stage 5 I think has some like very silly patterns in the first games. I couldn't find a replay of it with all the patterns, so it's a normal mode.
So the first game is harder.
No, I don't know about that. Well, stage 6 of the first game is harder, but then stage 5 of the second game is super hard. That took me like 12 hours. You'll see. It's one of the hardest things I've cleared.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, 12 hours might not sound that much, but it's just one stage. It's like 8 minutes.
Yeah, it's like a
so.
5-minute stage. That's a lot.
So I see the yellow bullets here. Those have 3 HP instead of the 2.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
yeah, this stage is pretty crazy. You can't like improvise, dodge some of these patterns. You have to have a plan.
And the red have 1 more as well. Okay.
Yeah. Red is the max HP.
Yeah, guys, this is puzzle solution spoilers. Not that you could remember all of this, but
well, you have to execute that shit.
True.
Yeah, hard mode is completely optional, by the way. You don't get anything for beating hard mode, so I don't think many people have even played it. No, you don't get anything from hard mode.
Not even the plot. Wow, that's
you just get score. I think it's a clever way to make like super hard mode because you don't get anything. One reason was the hard mode was patched into the game after release. In the first game, there was no hard mode originally.
Wow.
They just got patched in.
So
fair enough.
That's pretty sweet. That's a nice bonus.
And then the second game just came out with a hard mode and everything. So
not even DLC, right?
Yeah, well, it's like free new content for free game.
Well, the free DLC.
Yeah, free. Oh yeah, spoilers here. This is how you beat this boss. You destroy the things on the sides.
Yes. Screw you, Resident Evil 6.
You get a bad ending. You get a bad ending if you shoot the core here.
Oh shit.
Well, only for that stage alone. Just I'm gonna tell that the next stage is even more spoilery, so it's good time to turn back and try out the game for yourself if you're still kind of
the next stage is the last stage of the game, so because 6 is the extra stage. Story spoilers.
I have no idea what's going on with the story, so I think we're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're just watching these replays, then you're not even gonna remember the story stuff. So.
of course, because a lot of the story is in the like text achievement descriptions, so
Yeah.
you kind of have to pick up on them.
Especially in the same game, some of the bosses have fun dialogue though, but the replays are in Japanese, so you'll have to buy the Steam version.
Yeah, what a tease. So
it is free, but you can also support the game by buying it on Steam.
Yeah, the English versions cost money.
Ah, okay. English version. On Steam.
yeah,
Gotcha.
translators want. Yeah, translators want money too. You know, their efforts.
Nice big
Yeah, and I
beam
mean,
there.
the devs should get money for these games. Like, they're like $5, so
It's a good deal.
you can also buy the soundtracks. So that's the thing. I
James,
always liked
so-
this boss theme. I always liked. It's pretty intense.
Yeah, just stages. There is one text achievement for doing kind of the 160 thingy and beating all the stages in a row.
So how much is this like pre-coordinated? Like, are you doing improv like right now, essentially with the blocks, or is this kind of like you expected all those blocks to be over there and you're ready to go?
I didn't have many attempts at this boss, so I think it's all improv.
Okay, cool. It's not like crazy like memorization or anything.
Yeah, I think I do some clutch clear at the end doing the last spell card because it was the first time I did all the spell cards. So. Oh yeah, this pattern is aimed.
A lot of those boss patterns are aimed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a shoot the bullet spell card. I actually didn't remember that. Like,
Yeah, this looks very like it's gonna be something straight out of some other game.
The wings got bigger. Oh, man.
yeah, and the chances of victory got smaller.
So I don't see your health recharging right now. How does that come back? Or was that just something I saw randomly?
You need to take a hit, and then for a small duration you can regain the health. But yeah, it's only a small bit. It's like Extruder said. It's like a fighting game where you get gray health.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't do the last spell card. Okay, I was lying. Damn, that's lame. Don't do that.
So much lies. You just let it. Yeah, let her
no,
die.
Screw that. I just wanted to get to stage 5, but we're not even showing stage 5, so it's a mistake. I mean, hard mode. We'll do normal mode stage 5. So.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so like you said, we're going to normal mode, stage 5 here. And I'm ready. And
Yeah.
gonna get that going. 3, 2, 1, go. We'll see the difference here.
Right. Yeah, they should look more reasonable.
The idea behind this whole stage is pretty cool, lore-wise. Just what
Yeah,
are
there's
you
a
expected to
secret
do?
thing in the stage that you have to figure out.
Well, yeah, the achievements kind of hint you on that, like the first
Yeah, the
time.
achievements give a good hint, yeah. And also the story things that, yeah, some of the descriptions tell you what to do.
Yeah, but still, it was kind of funny just doing the wrong thing the first time, and then the Steam achievements, like, congrats, you destroyed the world, here's an achievement.
Yeah, it's great. In both games, like, the enemy in stage 5 is, like, about to destroy the world somehow. So that's the
Yes,
that's
the
the
video
plot.
has no sound. Like, I mean, well...
I heard Zaarock's voice in the
in-game-
VOD, so I'm just putting a backtrack on for now.
Yeah, it's just in-game it has one thing, though, like... what's it called? Yeah, just during certain sections of the game, like the mid-bosses particularly, that I believe that they're the same instruments that we are mid-bosses in the first 4 stages. Like,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're seeing this instrument. That's right.
Yeah, and those kind of mute parts of the sound effects while they're playing.
Yeah, I think that's
on purpose.
Dramatic effect, so you hear the music. Especially in this stage, it's a big thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I turned the music back on.
Oh
yeah,
no,
yeah.
the Doritos.
Doritos.
Yeah, we just spent 4 stages just trying to get used to the red and blue things, and now there's these triangles now.
Oh, there's gonna be a 4th one. There's gonna be green blocks.
So what's the deal with these? You gotta...
They're just more colors, so it's harder to get chain reactions.
Oh, okay. You still gotta match them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need those blocks. A fair bit of them. It's actually kind of a bit easier just to have more blocks on screen when they're all of different color and only trigger like a portion of the times, because like always at least 2 out of the 3 colors they're going to be there, so you have more cancel opportunities compared to the previous stages.
True. In the same game, there's only 2 colors, so you can't do that.
Yeah, there's quite the merits of like playing both games, because they feature quite different experiences. There's no such thing as like direct upgrade or something.
They're pretty similar. I would say like if you only play one, then play this. But they're short games and they're really cheap, so why not get them both?
Yeah,
like
they're
graphically
both
and all
good,
that.
so.
Yeah.
Oh, cello bass lady came in.
Yeah, the music is gonna get intense in this stage soon.
Yeah.
You really don't like that cello bass. You're attacking that person. Not a fan of that?
Actually, I think I'm trying to not attack it here. Yeah. I think that's... I'm not sure, actually.
This is weird.
Like, what time are you on currently?
4:15.
4:16.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Where's the sound effects? By the way.
I think they're
that's intentional. Intentional,
yeah.
So there's no sound effects.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah,
some...
put more accent on the music, because it's important. It's kind of like an art game. So, what are your tactics here?
There's nothing. Well, this part is really easy. Don't worry.
Yeah. Just before the main stuff keeps going, it's kind of like a warm up. Yeah, I remember now.
This is like that part of Majora's Mask when the Indigo Go-Go's play, except now you're attacking them and Link is an asshole again.
Yep.
Well, here it's a bit different.
Milk bar hype. Oh man.
Henshin! Oh. And here is when it gets nuts. Yeah. Oh, you were lying this time too. Like, no, like I don't remember. Like the notes were the projectiles or no? Oh no, the projectiles are still the same. But yeah, the red arrows.
Oh, you're right.
You
you deal damage with notes here. They're not the red needle.
Technically, you're not dealing damage. You're healing.
Yeah, you're like.
Okay.
Yeah,
you're not trying to harm these people.
So your character likes the music now.
Yeah.
You got turned on to the music.
Oh. Like you'll see just the health bar is actually rising during the spell cards.
Well, I don't see the boss health at the moment.
Well, not immediately.
Okay. Gotta warm them up. You gotta warm them up.
It's kind of interesting just how they implemented the mechanic that can be used, like, just not only for destruction and harm, just kind of nice. Just some spin on the idea of a shooting game.
You're shooting love at them and whatnot.
Yeah, just kind
Let me
of
shoot my love at you.
Abstraction. Yeah, just cancel.
You're not shooting bullets, you're shooting rainbows.
all the food brands here.
I don't know what. So is this on hard mode or what?
No, it's normal. Like
normal.
hard
This is
mode
only
is even
normal.
worse.
No, I mean I
much.
meant like is the same like is the stage in hard mode? That's what I meant.
It's a lot harder. Well, the patterns get way harder. So the reason I didn't have a hard mode replay is I couldn't do the extra spell cards on that mode yet.
Oh.
Before I quit.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Here's the priorities, just to try and read the apparent blocks in the order so that you can just knock them together, because if you hit one of them just once, they'll always explode and you can't just nudge them to one another. So you have to read all the colors as they appear. And
This pattern is evil even on this mode. I think you just want bullets instead of trying to dodge. You're 1 HP.
Your hitbox is still smaller, of course.
Okay, that's one thing, because the screen scrolls horizontally. That's probably gonna put off some people from dodging, but I found it really easy to get used to. Like, your hitbox always in the middle of the screen, horizontally.
Yeah. That doesn't seem that bad.
This is the widest playfield in the shooting game so far.
I don't know about that. What about Jamestown? I think Jamestown is more. Shoutouts to James.
Yeah, shout out to town. It's a nice town.
Jamestown.
Yeah, I think we're just being silly at this point. So, what are your typical score optimizations for the stages?
The speed kill the bosses, that's a big bullet cancels. Here I'm not, well, on this boss I don't really know how to score, so...
It's better to speed kill them than to like wait for big bullets and cancel them?
Just speed kill the bosses. That's how you get like the big array of items around them when they blow up.
Oh, okay.
If you're slow, you don't get that many items.
Well, that's why Extruder mentioned the Shame Break from Caladrius.
No, not really.
Well, that is basically what it is.
Yeah, it's pretty much that.
Minus the clothes being ripped off.
It's pretty nice that you don't have to wait for a really long time. And yeah, moving all over the screen. Trying to see...
That's one fun part about the game, I think, is like you can move all over the screen and be like, oh, I'll shoot this one block vertically, and then that clears everything out.
Got some freedom of movement there. Okay.
Yeah, this is a good part. You have to keep track of the bullets that are outside of your immediate play area, because you can still hit them with your explosions. That's why I said it's the widest playfield. Because they're still in the game.
Alright, that's stage 5.
Yeah, she bows down and the world explodes in lava pieces and
yeah, they all disappeared.
ecstasy.
This
Yeah.
This is like some
instruments now.
Undertale shit going on.
Yeah, meaning of life 42 1613 710. Oh yeah, and the piano is not broken.
Alright. Skip to stage 6.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure. I guess that's the actual ending there. Okay, stage 6, on normal, the normal exclusive stage 6, right?
Yeah. AlvaLynsis on YouTube.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just recropping here.
yeah, this stage is the real, like, where you're gonna spend most of your time playing this stage. But it is fun.
I'm
so
excited.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Once again, a different player, AlvaLynsis. I'm gonna note that.
Yep.
Yeah, let's just begin, I guess. I thought Extruder was gonna say something there.
nothing much. It's just everything before there. It was a warm up.
Okay. Sweet. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Right. So the plot for this stage is Kairi's sister sent him an invite to come to this graveyard or something. It's a trap.
Yeah, play some ghouls and ghosts or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, they
this
have
stage
their
is
own.
really-
Wait, they have their own music. What do you mean?
Or what?
Why does ghouls and ghosts mentioned?
Yeah, I didn't figure that out either.
Because you're going to the graveyard and it's a trap devised by Satan.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, nice bullet pattern here. Just
Yeah.
get a wall of bullets.
Completely impossible than Maku pattern. Yeah, I like how extra stages. This introduces a lot of really strong, fast speed streaming patterns. Just don't get hit, yeah.
The goal of this stage is to get to the boss with max health. There's nothing else you could be doing here.
How
The
long,
boss is
like when you throw down the blocks, like before the pattern begins, like how long do you have that chain explosion window to connect
It lasts
that?
quite a while. You can see it when the color blue or red disappears. That's when the explosion disappears.
Okay, that's pretty lengthy. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's good to know.
Yeah, one thing for score, you do want there to be as many bullets as possible. So if you want to delay the kills to get big cancels. But I think this player just wants to get all the just get to the boss with max health here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm surprised he bombs there. I don't understand the use of that.
The NBC bomb. So that keeps making me think of the NBC logo. The more you know. Am I right? Anyway.
Yeah.
The more you bomb.
The more you score.
The more you score.
Yeah. Full health. It's gonna be really nice for the boss.
NBC is gonna sue for copyright infringement.
This player's PC is slowing down.
Oh man.
Frame rate is down.
Really?
Yeah, I
I
noticed
see.
some slowdown.
Yeah.
Okay, now the stage starts. Like, that was the first 2 minutes. There's gonna be 10 minutes of this boss.
Why is it so much harder?
No, yeah, it's a really long fight. And it's really hard.
So, is there a condition to get to the stage or anything, or?
You just need to beat stage 5 and get the ending, and then you get the extra stage.
Like, get the good ending.
Okay. Can you
Yeah,
use
well-
continues, or what's the deal with? I forgot to ask about that. Really.
There are no continues. You just start the stages from the start, so there's
Oh
no,
yeah, I forgot.
there's no
Okay.
requirements.
That's right. Okay, gotcha.
But this boss is very fun. Like, this is where the previous stages were like a puzzle, pretty much, but now you you need to dodge bullets quite well. You need to test your shmup skills here. So, yeah. And some
busy.
of these patterns are like they can like instant kill you, like those aimed shotgun. It will drain all your health because that's way too many bullets to hit you at once.
I see. You don't get like invincibility after
Yeah,
being
you don't
hit.
get iframes. That's a big thing in these games.
I see.
And it's abused intentionally. Like there are bullets that are stacked on top of each other, so they do more damage.
Makes sense.
Constantly stuff.
I'm pretty sure that this game really has just a lot more bullets than any other shmup that I know of.
I don't know about that. There are a lot
Like,
of bullets, but that's a tall
Maybe
order.
Nishi can compare, but no, like even Toho starts breaking down at like 800 or so.
I guess you just need a bigger place. Like you need Jamestown with more bullets. You need a big play area, and then like tiny bullets. Fill the whole
Man.
screen. Oh, I hate this pattern. But this guy, if you get close, it doesn't hit you because it's like a circle around the boss. But I always bomb this one. Because if you get direct hit, you also like instantly die here. Because that's
Good fun.
But he had a good strat there. So.
Nice.
Okay, this part is funny. I don't know if it happens for him, but let's see.
The slow down.
Slow down. Yeah, she blows up her. What are those things on her? I don't remember. Yeah, they release some kind of essence, and now she gives you a healing item because otherwise it's too easy for her. Just great.
I see.
That happens if you're not full health. She gives you health.
Very
Like
nice.
me.
Yeah, she's mocking you. Like
Maybe she just
that's
wants
not
a good.
enough.
Maybe she just wants a good fight.
Yeah, that's her story. She just she's a princess, but nobody wants to fight her, so she has to fight her own brother in a death match.
You are her brother.
Yeah, Kyrie is her brother.
Okay. Yeah, they do look similar.
Yeah. Yeah, Dante and Virgil have nothing on that shit. This one
that pattern you would just want to save the blocks for this pattern because this one is annoying.
Sometimes you like save the blocks. Yeah.
Look at those walls.
Don't look at those walls. Those are very scary. Even tough to do damage, like when there's just so not enough blocks on screen appearing at once. Just constantly.
Yeah, here you
monitoring.
just want to shoot the boss because there's not that much damage potential.
Yeah, don't forget about that. Even if you hit one block, it will still explode, so it can still be kind of useful. The more excited I get, sis, are you sure that's something to say like here? Not that appropriate.
Well,
Extra station
I
Tahoe.
never did the optional patterns for this boss. So it's interesting.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, spiritually, I can see why it would be the case.
This pattern doesn't look too bad. You need to understand how it works, I guess. Curves. Oh, okay.
Just keep shooting when in doubt.
Classic banana curve.
Alright, this pattern is misleadingly... Like, this is really dangerous. Even though they're 1 HP bullets. You can get one of those spawning things on top of you and you just get destroyed.
Oh.
I just noticed that you basically have to create a safe field for your character to walk through.
Yeah, but you have to clear out a path with a shot.
Yeah. Just think one step ahead and just move into the places that will be cancelled in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, that almost timed out too. Alright, here's a pattern you need to manipulate her position. Wait, except he's like, what is he doing? What is this strategy? Alright,
I don't remember. Do they take collision damage on the boss?
Yeah, he's taking collision damage, but it was intentional. That was interesting.
Nice.
Oh, this pattern is evil. Like, you get these stat bullets, and they will. Yeah, that's how much damage they do. Single. You need to do a lot of improvised dodging on this one.
Yeah, as well as just
oh,
generally.
Man, he almost gets killed here.
Yeah, as far from her as possible, because just more chances. Sometimes it's just better to take a hit and just eat the damage in short term instead of just staying inside the area and risking just eating them.
That was a very good bomb of this deathly hold pattern.
Four bombs.
Yeah, I wonder really use them. There's not that much left to the fight. But if you're playing for score, you don't want to bomb the bosses at all. Ideally, you learn to dodge all the patterns.
Just because if you bomb, that's stuff you could have cancelled otherwise.
You don't get any points from the pattern if you don't get the items after, so it's bad. Oh man, he's almost died again. So I guess I'll just use his bombs to survive now. Only 2 patterns left. This one I think is easy, this one. Just get these vertical lines.
Ooh. Yeah, this is intense. Just like a game on its own, basically.
Yeah. I like how she's still mocking you. It's like you lost to me a lot of times. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, that's bullying.
Yeah, more smart bosses should do this. Like they should be like they know you get destroyed and then do something with that.
Well, I mean, wasn't Colonel just talking to you like, yeah, you know what you've done to me is just unforgivable, and yeah, this just what was that?
Wow, this is really
yeah.
clutch. Like he's so close to dying.
Yeah, you didn't really have anywhere to go there.
Oh yeah, I remember the quote. So I'll punish you myself and see to it that you die a miserable death by my awesome weapon.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And we're done with the first game. Yeah, there's also the second.
All right, let's jump to it. I guess it's pretty similar. I don't think we need an intro.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so
yep.
Yeah, so we're going to the next game. Murasaki Tsurugi.
Yep.
Released in 2018.
Earlier, but it's just on Steam. It's released in 2018, like very recently. I think. Yeah, like.
Yeah, the English version just came out of nowhere. There was no. I think it was like a week's notice that was coming out.
Huh.
And it just showed up on Steam. All right.
All right, getting ready here. I'm the cropping master.
Yeah, this is a good test of cropping mastery.
I think I got it.
Time for the better game. Oh boy.
Alright, so we're jumping to the next game here and let these guys talk about the differences and stuff. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Right. So it's pretty much the same, but only 2 block colors now, and you can't collide with the blocks. You can move on top of them, and that makes it easy to aim them around.
Oh, that's pretty major.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
So I think the puzzle element is like a bit easier, but there's more focus on aiming the blocks. Also, if I remember right, the hard mode is like it's a bit harder than the first game. The hard mode, normal mode is about as difficult. All of these are on hard mode this time, so. Okay. This flower is from the first boss of the first game, the flower on the girl's head. I don't know why it's back here.
Dude.
It wants
I
you
don't know,
dead
maybe
with those bullets.
Flowey.
Maybe share some friendliness pellets.
Okay, the flower is dead. I think. No, it flew away. Bad.
Yeah. There are so many flowers, and only one of them is trying to kill us. It's a good trend. Big cancels. Yeah, I like the first stage is already.
Yeah, I'm trying to score in these stages in these replace the second game pretty much. So.
Well, you did get better because.
Yeah, I did get better. And the game is really similar, so if you play the first one, you can get a down with this one.
Nice.
Oh, the bombs are very different in the second game. For Kairi, his bomb duplicates the blocks. If you bomb on top of the blocks, you get more blocks.
Oh.
And I think Kairi's requirement for getting the special bomb is the boss needs to fly on top of the bomb. And it's really hard to cause that to happen, so I barely ever got to use it. Like, you need to lay it in their path. This boss is a weird gimmick where you have these black bullets and they only materialize when you get close to them. I think it's not this one yet, but...
My brain hurts already.
But the graphics and stuff are a bit upgraded over the first game.
Nice.
This one as well.
That's pretty obvious.
Still the same awesome music.
Yeah, it's the same composer. And I'm doing all the optional patterns this time, so it's better. Oh man, well,
It starts right blowing you away.
Yeah, if you get hit, you'll probably get hit more. Like, it's weird, like usually you think that's a sign of a really bad game. You can like get generated with damage, but it's like sort of it works here somehow.
So how do you make sure you get the optional patterns?
You cannot time out any of the previous patterns, and then you pick up the blood item that shows up.
Oh. Okay. Was that item in the first game?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it was the same in the first game.
Yeah. Okay.
It's right here.
Oh, okay.
That's a neat way to have like an optional pattern.
So if you don't pick that up, you just... What happens then?
You skip that. Like, you go to the next phase, or if it's the last boss this is the last one, so...
Ah, okay.
Oh, this pattern is neat. You're like really trapped here.
Yeah, dang.
Yeah, the only real reasons to do these optional patterns is if you want more score from canceling, because it's basically the extra HP phase for the boss, or if you want the plot pieces.
Yeah, you need to do all of them to complete all the unlocks.
Cool.
And to get the true ending and stuff, you need all the unlocks. But I mean, come on, the boss is challenging you to do a duel and you don't pick it up. Like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Yeah, like
I think it's hard to not. I think it's hard to not pick them up, because it's like, are you gonna skip this?
It's like, do you want to have more fun or not more fun?
Yeah.
All right. Stage 1.
Yeah, I got to open up some more windows here. So we're on to stage 2 here. Let's see.
So what do you like more in this game compared to the previous one?
I think this, like the difficulty curve and the stages are a bit more solid. I think the soundtracks are. I think I like the first game's soundtrack a little more, but they're both really good.
Okay.
But
you ready?
I think the hard mode is better in the second game. In the first game, it's like there's just a bunch of bullets. In the second game, it's like I think it's a bit better done.
I see.
And stage 5 on this game, I think is like gameplay-wise, it's better than the first game, stage 5.
Yeah, let's get on to it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
There's also a endless stage in both games.
Yeah,
where you
the
just
dream
try to
stage.
survive as well. Yeah, it's pretty because you get this chill music and then you're just trying to survive. It's a pretty fun way to play. I think that might be a little better in the first game. I don't remember liking it that much in the second game, but
Yeah, it's kind of like survival mode in bullet heaven type games, and you just try to survive as many layers of minions as possible.
I think it works quite well in this game because you have the puzzle element, so you're like it's like an endless puzzle plus dodging.
Yeah, sure, and you can't really exactly trigger the same explosion twice due to just the variety of the angles and such. So
and there's some randomness to that mode as well, so it's interesting.
Yeah, good
at the start of the
replayability.
stage, you got the impossible pattern again, but I knew how to do it, so I didn't get it. You need to do it in a very specific way, or you need to bomb. It's not that hard to figure out. That was just a safety bomb. It's doing like no damage, but
yeah.
I can imagine why standing on top of the block would be beneficial, because you can kind of move along with it and just
well, it's really easy to aim it in any direction because you have like the full 360 degrees, so it's one reason.
Oh yeah, I was wondering. So you basically can it flies into the opposite direction of you.
Yeah, it flies away from you if you point blank it. That's right.
Oh yeah, that should be a good way to aim it. Like allows for more tactical opportunities. Really.
Yeah, in the first game it is harder to aim the blocks because of that, because you cannot touch them.
Yeah, have to get just fully around them and can't exactly hit them from the side exactly. Spawns more frequently in hard mode. Yeah, that makes sense because just there are more bullets, and otherwise you would just not have enough opportunity to survive.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like there's some negative to that. Like I think you don't need to. It's the same with only 2 block colors. It's like it makes the games different. I don't know if it's just straight up better.
I'd say it's a bit harder to just try and concentrate one of the colors on the field for longer, because you will inevitably just chain sometimes. While in
one thing
game,
you want to create like split groups of the blocks. That's definitely a thing you can do. It's
yeah,
especially because you can aim them in any direction. You can like bounce something off the bottom of the screen, do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, being kind of selective about your groups is one of the major tactics elements to this game.
Yeah, well, it's going to be in the later stages. But this boss already is pretty tough to do all the patterns.
Yeah, you could write a book on that.
Does that little item for the next pattern like disappear quickly, or?
Yeah, just clear the don't time out the boss, and it'll show up right here. It doesn't take that long to disappear. There's a dialogue that will end and then it'll disappear, but I skip all of them. So.
Oh, I see. So there's actually like a little moment there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can take a small break there, a couple seconds. Oh, nice pattern.
Nuts. Damn.
These nuts. Oh. Oh, that's sick. Yeah, that's really crazy looking pattern. I only played the first game. So.
Yeah, these bosses are like supposed to be crazy. Like it's related to the characters, how they behave.
Yeah, sure.
This pattern isn't too hard though. Let's see.
I can notice that the aesthetic quality of the patterns, just they're trying to do more ideas with the patterns, just trying to kind of draw some picture out of these. So, like, it's more impressive.
Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, this one is interesting.
More experience with making games and whatnot. Oh, yeah, that's a pattern from Double Dealing character, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh man.
Like, of course, if you wanna make such an intricate game like this, inevitably you gotta reference something, just the classics.
Oh, there's the last pattern. One of them just tries to fly into you. Keep bouncing around.
Yeah, that was
I think
cute.
I just barely clear it. Also, I think I turned my mic on at the end of it.
Alright.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, that was like... Yep.
Cool.
Alright. Nice.
Okay, I suppose stage 3 next.
4 more stages to go.
Alrighty, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, there's C stage. You start
A
getting
nice
some
fish.
crazy patterns here. Yeah, fish. The characters, if you clear this stage with max health, the characters start talking to each other about the fish. Oh, did you notice that huge fish?
Funny.
I don't think I get it here though. Yeah, it's the only part of the game where that happens. Also, the blocks are tiny here. That's a new gimmick in this game. The stages might alter the pieces a bit.
Oh, fun.
But ironically, the smaller pieces don't make it harder because there's more of them spawning as well. So you just end up getting these huge cancels, like that one right there.
Yeah.
Just full screen ones. But some of these enemy patterns will one-shot you if you run into them.
You're not ready. Yeah.
Yeah, like those. Well, you didn't get to see it, but trust me, it's a lot of bullets in there.
Yeah.
You can kind of see just by the amount of the dropped items that they do.
Yeah. I suppose that is true.
All of the pink items, yeah, each of them used to be a bullet.
I gotta step away for a moment. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Alright.
sure. So you kind of guesstimate what amount of the bullets was cancelled. That's good to
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah, in both the games, they're like sometimes if you kill the enemies fast, then more will spawn. So that's another thing. I'm not sure that was in the first game, but it's definitely in the second. So I think that's a good change. You get some more bonus enemies.
Oh yeah, this pattern was tricky, like the one with multiple HP and stuff.
Yeah, you just want to time the cancels. And yeah, some of those, like these mid-size enemies, sometimes just have some ridiculous
Yeah,
pattern.
the theme of this stage seems to be just the timings, the really strict timings.
Yeah, this stage is just get the full screen cancels at the right time. Sorta.
So the accuracy isn't really as important as the proper time.
Yeah.
So that's another
if you
thing.
play for a score, I guess you will get like this screen full of bullets before each cancel, but at first you're not gonna do that.
Yeah, that's another thing that I like about those abstract puzzle things, because you can make levels themed around just different gameplay concepts that employ just almost them exclusively. Whereas in more traditional shmups, it's pretty hard to do that because you kind of want variety, and the basic mechanics they tend to be rather simple.
Yeah, one thing I like is how you can like move in all directions and still damage the boss.
Oh yeah, that's
There's no
really
reason
good.
to,
Yeah, just like
I think that allows for some patterns that wouldn't be possible in any other game.
I'm back.
Stage seems easy on normal and hard. Well, it depends. Like this is a sort of a game that throws such different just types of obstacles at you that I can see the players being better at specific aspects of the game. So just if this stage focuses on the timings, then a player who's good on the timing, then he could consider the stage easy. Yeah. For me,
I think it is
hard.
I think in all the stages, the bosses are the hardest part. So it's a general thing, and the bosses you need to learn how to dodge the patterns.
Man.
But I would say normal mode is good. Like if you even if you never played shmups, then normal mode of both of these games is approachable. Starts out easy.
This is pretty amusing.
Yeah, this boss is like crazy. It's supposed to be crazy. Oh yeah, this pattern is thing.
Because there's no 1cc concept in this game, so you can just play at any stages that you feel comfortable and just try to raise your score, play with a different character. So
yeah, there is an achievement for doing all the stages in a row with each character. So that's sort of like a 1cc thing, I guess. But...
Okay.
Sure, but it's not necessary. It's like only a minor plot text
well,
thing.
you need to like get the actual ending of the game. You need to clear all the stuff. So, sort of,
yeah.
But not in a row, though.
Yeah, not in a row. No.
Mm-hmm. That was pretty entertaining how that boss was zipping around.
Yeah, the boss is funny.
Pretty impressive. Ready then?
Yeah, I'm trying to no-bomb the game with the other character, and I haven't passed that boss. I always get killed there.
Ready for stage 4 here?
Yep.
3, 2. Oh wait. Sorry, I wasn't at. I guess I'm not at 0 seconds here. Oh yes, I was. Okay. All right. Sorry. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh man, nice reset.
That's how you know it's a legit replay.
Yeah. That's such a thing with shmups though. Like you don't see, if you're watching the replays, you might see any other, like it might look really easy even. Then you just get one-shotted out of nowhere, like in this game. It's like, all right, I'm gonna reset.
That's a common thing with bullet cancel and shmups, really, that they seem much easier than they look if you just watch a replay, because you just don't know what the stuff that happens to you if you mess that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think in this game, it's like, when you're watching a replay, you're not like doing the puzzle, you're like, oh, this guy's just getting bullet canceled. But I think it's more fun when you're playing it yourself, you're like the one figuring out the cancels. It is pretty entertaining.
I noticed that the play area is smaller in this stage.
Yeah, it got smaller here.
That's cool.
It's a gimmick of this stage.
Yeah. I really like that the game really encourages you to experiment and try to find out your own solutions instead of just trying to look up the guide or something.
Yeah, like here since the area is so small, you really you can't just sit at the bottom. It's a clever way to force that.
Dude, hot jams.
Oh man, that bomb saved me. Just barely. Suddenly laser sounds. I don't know why. There's a new sound effect.
I made the Discord names dance to the music.
Fantastic. Groovy.
That's a unique feature of the show.
Yeah.
Oh man, the shatter. Everything you know is wrong shatters the whole background.
That was such a nice background. Why did you have to kill it? It was nice.
Playtime's over.
Fast.
Man,
Fast bullets.
this is getting pretty nutty.
Yeah. There are still some gaps though. I wonder if the game was called after Murasaki Shikibu, who's the author of The Tale of Genji, like the first novel. What's considered the first novel, at least. Japanese writer.
First novel?
The name yeah, like the name itself, it means violet, like a very specific sort of violet.
Oh, in the second game there's a reason, like there's a violet thing and a violet sword. So it's not. It's
I mean, Tsurugi does mean a sword, like a two-handed one, I believe.
Yeah. But there's a, like, it's not just the name of the game, there's a thing. We'll see.
Damn.
I think this is the last pattern. I just bomb it, because this is pretty fun to dodge still.
Dang.
Yeah, this boss tries to kill you after he dies, which is not nice.
Oh man, I wish we could blow up the background. That would be nice.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, we don't have to just let the bad guys or whatever, or moderately friendly guys just get all the cool moves. We want to blow up the backgrounds too.
True, true. Alright. Next.
Stage 5.
Back to YouTube.
Finally.
With the new crop, I gotta do some cropping again.
Yeah, the next two are YouTube. Yep. Okay, so stage 5 in this game is harder than stage 6 on hard mode. So.
Oh.
Prop master going to work. Alright, done. That's the world record.
Yeah, that's fast, yeah.
Yeah, no more Bandicam. No longer.
Bandicam.
Oh man, oh.
Alright.
It was unregistered hypercam.
Yes.
Classic.
That's the best camera of all time.
Alright, ready to go. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, this time it's you actually post the score. It's 5-2M.
Yeah, I think the score is pretty good here.
Video has a pretty nice amount of views. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, this one's new, so I was one of the first people. Actually, I don't know. I only know one other cleared stage 5 on hard.
Okay.
That's how hard this particular one is.
Yeah, YouTube street cred, as we know it.
I really like the music for this stage portion here, for some reason.
Yeah,
right, there's one of the purple guys saying hi.
Purple guys.
Yeah.
An enemy type?
Yeah.
There's multiple of the optional pattern things on screen.
Yeah, so claustrophobic. It gets smaller. Like I don't like this. It makes me feel like I'm in a trash compactor.
This stage isn't too bad. I'm just trying to maximize score. The boss is like crazy hard later on. Just get max health here.
I think you might have gotten a good amount of use of this one because, well, people do want to know how to get the true end after all. The game's not very like obvious about that.
It is pretty the true. Well, nobody had a clear hard mode stage 5, so I think that's about it.
Oh, those are all the optional pattern items, weren't they? Or...
yeah, you actually like give your own bombs here.
Oh. Okay.
There's like a like some kind of spirit barrier that you're trying to break here. Something happens.
You're saying your bomb changes here?
No, it's just you can still bomb here. It's just a visual thing.
Okay.
But yeah, these patterns are already pretty tough, but this is just the very first boss. But these are pretty fun to dodge. This is probably pretty close to some Toho patterns too, at least few. We played that many of them.
Dang. Nice dodge. It's looking pretty tight there.
Good thing this doesn't have the spell capture statistic. Because it's all gonna be 0.
This isn't too hard. You just want to like go near one of the spawns and then get a cancel and repeat.
Yeah, I can imagine that the small screen makes it tougher to just try and conserve your orbs for the future. You just have to just make use of what's
on this
there.
pattern though, you don't even need to shoot it. Same with this one, I just keep shooting, not even trying to conserve.
I like that it's still an option to just shoot at it. Do at least some
it
damage,
does good damage. Alright, so here you cannot pick up the stool. Because like she's trying to sacrifice herself or something, but you don't want to do that.
Yeah, social commentary.
So what ends up happening is that blood goes to the wall and then things start happening.
Is it hard to figure that out on your own, or just...
Well, it took me only one try, but... If you wait there, you will notice that the blood is like floating upwards, and then you're like, okay.
Don't
pick it
okay,
up.
I see.
You do get a bad ending if you pick it up, so... Oh man, I forgot this guy's name actually, but he's a major character.
Well,
and
he's
like
purple.
He's like being brainwashed to like be one of the purple, or it might be the sword actually that he has. And you're on a timer here. If you don't clear these fast enough, then he'll get assassinated by that purple guy we saw earlier.
Okay.
But, it is pretty easy to get the time limit here, so don't need to worry about it.
Wow, purple's so evil.
That is the purple sword, though, like right there.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game.
Well, swords are also pretty bad, though. Like, not like
now the real boss begins. Hell boss.
No shit.
Yeah. Those two things before, yeah, they were unreal bosses. This is the real thing. The realist.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to dodge the first pattern here, so I'm just gonna bomb it.
Good idea.
It would be really nice if I didn't need to bomb this, but...
Yeah, another Tahoe
It's really hard to
reference.
get a good cancel here.
I see.
Like, you were mentioning Tahoe patterns earlier. Well, that first one was certainly a reference to UFO. Penultimate pattern of the last boss.
I like the music synchronization here. It usually always have the second part.
Hide in the corners of the screen. Yeah, I like when shmups they try to use all of the gameplay area well. So do you really have a cue for these timings when to cancel?
Yeah, it's quite easy. It's just static timing. That pattern isn't too much of a problem. This one is pretty easy too, but you want to conserve the blocks, so...
Yeah, sure, just try and stay under him. It seems pretty obvious.
Yeah, I think I mess up here soon though, which is sort of bad, but it's not too bad. Okay, this one is annoying to dodge, but you can definitely do it. Just circle around the area. But the thing on this boss, you're just trying to have as much health very last. That's my goal here.
I see.
But even then, that attack can just kill you very quickly. This is a very fun fight, but the last pattern is way harder than everything else, and there's no way to practice it, so it's sort of a pain in the ass.
Good, that's always fun.
Yeah, it's like the Ira Chimera TLB or something. You gotta...
Yeah, shout out.
Do it.
Shout out to Sass.
Oh yeah, Aero Chimera.
Here I'm trying to save the blocks on the right side of the screen for the next bit. But I think I failed. No, I did save some of them. I hate this path. Like, I just don't know how to do this one. Just bomb it.
Wow, we get 5 million. That's crazy.
Alright, here comes the freaking final. This is some cave TLB style nonsense here.
Dang.
Nonsense.
The other character I think is better for this boss because the bomb will damage the boss, but this guy keeps moving around so much that he barely gets hit by the bomb.
Your attacks are just like struggling to keep up.
Yeah, and it's hard.
You're
It takes forever
slow.
for the needles to hit him. He's dodging the needle. It's crazy.
It's funny.
Yeah,
Like-
that's not even like the extra stage of the first game.
Those things that he's shooting at the walls are, I'm pretty sure they're random, so it's hard to. You can't really have a route for this. You just need to sight read. And you need to clear out the walls in front of you. And here
Yeah,
I'm gonna die into right here. Panicking.
Not looking forward to fighting this. It just feels like sensory overload. So many things moving at once.
Definitely seems hectic.
There is, in retrospect, I think you can like get the special bomb on this guy if you place the bomb in front of him while it's trying to slash through you, but I never did that. Alright, I did it. I'm swinging around the circle.
Yeah, I know where you're going to be.
Nice.
Yeah, after that I was like, oh, I did it, I can stop playing this game now.
Nice.
Okay,
I'm
but,
free!
I'm free.
Yeah, now do that without bombs, because you get no score from bombing. Oh man.
Oh boy.
Get the,
It
get
can, be,
the world
it can be beaten. Great.
Okay, time for the very last thing in this game, thankfully.
Yeah, very last replay.
Okay.
Free until next game. Well, we'll see.
Alright, I'm ready
Yeah,
to go.
tell the developers
another
to
game.
to make some good SFX, or ask our SFX specialists to provide some for them. I'm
Yeah,
sure
only
they
one
will.
bullet. Remember to only use one bullet sprite and just keep resizing it.
If it works, it works. Alright, should we just jump into this one, or anything
Yeah,
you need to say?
yeah.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
nothing special.
Okay. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
2017. Yeah, gotta move up. That seemed static enough to me just to save the orbs for later. Then you just stream the aimed stuff. Stay in the corners.
Yeah, this is just puzzle this stage again, so I mean there's some dodging. But...
Yeah, I mean it's puzzle, but it also relies on certain shmup fundamental skills such as streaming and just figuring out what parts of the patterns are aimed, and so it's kind of very
right.
shmup specific puzzle, like to the
Yeah,
meta.
you're right, because in other games you also want to speed kill the enemy. It's not that different. Wait, I think these things are different sprite, are they? I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
I think those we are in the first games too, so yeah, it's 2 sprites.
Yeah, they're the red apples. Everything.
They still look hella weird. But yeah, I'm pretty sure those are different. Like,
Yeah,
only
yeah,
in
you're
appearance.
Oh, I like
There's
this enemy that just rains bullets on you.
Yeah, they're still just the round objects.
Here you just stream, like this is streaming practice right here. So, go up.
Yeah,
I still got hit though.
and Toho fans be like, oh, I wish this hat's gray so badly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice explosion here, by the way, just trigger both colors at once. It was pretty nice.
Right, these enemies are annoying with the other shot type because she can't reach them. But, okay, here you need to create a path to not get hit by these things.
Yeah, I think we really need some more efforts in puzzle shmupping. That's the thing about them, that you think you know enough stuff and then just you play some other game and learn, and then you can reapply the concepts to this game as well. So where are you trying to direct the boss?
I'm just like trying to not get hit here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I think I have a bad strategy for this pattern. Let's see what I do.
Bad strategy.
Yeah, you just want to shoot him here, and so you save blocks to the next pattern. These are pretty fun to dodge. Apart from this, some of these patterns are very silly, but the first two are fun. So I bomb this one. If he gets close to you, he's just gonna point blank.
Maybe somebody will finally research the game for longer than we did, and then just make some of the things just really trivial. That's the deal about.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean you can no bomb all of them. I think I saw a replay with no bombs. But there's just like the annoying thing is there's usually just a few patterns that seem impossible. The rest you can deal with. So if you're using bombs, then you can deal with that.
So what would be the bullet hitboxes, like on the bigger ones?
They're just the bullet hitboxes are like the whole sprite, I think. Like the bullets have this outline that doesn't count, but it's like the circle with the black outline.
Yeah.
And the player hitbox is really small, but I don't think there's any kind of confusing with the hitbox. At least there wasn't for me. This pattern is pretty fun. You like stream and then there's a gap. Try to clear out the spit pattern.
Oh man. You need to do this fucking around.
Okay, I think I got a point blank bomb here. I just barely missed. Sadly, you don't get to hear the full song for this guy because I kill him too fast. But...
Is the soundtrack a separate purchase for the game, or does that come with it?
It's a DLC. DLC, so you need the game.
Okay.
But the game is really cheap and the soundtrack is cheap, so...
Yeah.
And it comes in FLAC and everything, so...
Damn. High roller with the flak.
Yeah. Okay, oh, the boss didn't die.
Yeah, don't we all love game soundtracks that take more space on hard drive than the game itself?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Yeah, I like these just giant or white, yeah, just these box thingies. They just drop on you and then boom, follow you. Save warrior.
Sniff.
F.
Yeah, seems pretty cool. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, so do you feel like you would try it out for yourself, really?
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm definitely interested.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, certainly, it's very creative. Just in those directions that not many people really try to, like. There's only really like shoot the bullet and double spoiler before these games, and we haven't even covered them yet.
Yeah, it's a great gimmick. The blah block cancels for sure.
Yeah, and I like
you do one stage at a time and stuff. I think it's easy to approach these games too. You just like pick it up and try a couple stages. It's cheap, so just try it out.
It's good when you want to play a shmup, but you don't want to play a full credit, or just drill some checkpoint.
Yeah, and like here, you aren't like there's more. You don't need to focus that much on the basic shmup skills. Like you can be like figure out a route, and it's pretty relaxing. Play this compared to some other games. Apart from the really hard stages, like this one is pretty hard. This last pattern especially, this is the very last one. He creates a clone of himself, and you get two patterns at the same time.
Oh man.
Yeah, imagine loving yourself so much that you can't just get enough of one you.
It's a lot of loving.
Yeah, shouldn't love.
I'm guessing there's something at the story with this.
Yeah, there's like endless clones of this guy. If you, I don't know why I don't get it here, but usually if you kill this, then you see like a swarm of them show up and then they fly away.
Oh man.
Alright, that's that.
Finally, we ran out of backgrounds. The bosses, we aren't rebuilding them fast enough.
Notice how the boss explodes into the bullet sprites. It's great. More use of the bullet sprite. Alright, so that was the last replay.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Good times.
We are done.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah, as I promised, now I have to play and stream the stage 6. So
yeah, do stage 6. I think that's one reason to play the first game. I think the stage 6 is better than this one that we just went through. That boss is just more memorable. The first one.
So yeah, that was pretty sweet. I think we covered it pretty nicely there, and hope people got to learn a couple thing or two and get interested in it. And you know, it is on Steam. Both of the games are on Steam, correct? Is what you said?
Yeah, both
so,
of them.
English versions there, and if you want to actually just play them for free, you can download them. I'm assuming off the developer's website or something.
I think they're on Vector. But yeah, developer's website for sure.
We'll have links to that in the YouTube description. I'll have to get those from you, Zaarock. And so if you like it enough, you can just purchase it and support the developer, of course. Because yeah, I think it's definitely deserving of it. Amazing music, great gimmick, gameplay, and pretty just a unique game overall. Definitely impressed. It's always good to get like a somewhat little fresh experience in the shmups. It's hard to do so in this genre.
Also, just trying to tell the story in a different way.
yeah, enjoy the story there, and it's good stuff. Really ain't too much else to say at this point. So any closing thoughts from you guys? Otherwise, we'll get out of here.
I'm out.
Yeah, not really.
Okay.
Watching.
Well, yeah, thanks a lot, Zaarock, for coming on again.
One thing. Yeah, we're gonna advertise this. So next Saturday we are going to have Zaarock again for our very special AGR episode.
It's gonna be an epic Vanquish run of epic 2-hour plus proportions. So.
Yeah, the longest STG weekly episode up to date. Yeah, so even if you tried really hard, you can't miss it.
Yeah, Vanquish, yeah, that game was sweet. Got to play that myself recently. That's gonna be fun. So yeah, come by next week for Awesome Game Replays. We might have that'll be an AGR episode, but we may have a STG weekly episode next week as well. We'll see what happens. We're never quite sure. In any case,
thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching all, and take care till next time.